Hi friends, I'm Beth with the National Portrait Gallery, and I'm pleased to welcome you to another introducing story time where we introduce you to the people and stories that have shaped our history. Today we are going to talk about the Queen of Salsa, Celia Cruz, and her portrait right here. As you look at this portrait, what stands out to you? The first thing I see are vibrant colors. Lots of green at the bottom, blue on top, and bright yellow in the center. I also see a lot of energy coming out of this facial expression and pose that Celia Cruz has. Her face is up, eyes closed, mouth open, and a bright smile. Her arms and hands are extended upward. What do you think she might be doing here? It looks to me like she's singing. Celia Cruz is known as La Reina de la Salsa, or the Queen of Salsa. And salsa in Spanish means sauce, but it also refers to a very popular kind of music that is known for catchy tunes and rhythm that makes everyone want to dance. Salsa music is often played with a piano, guitars, drums, trumpets. And when you're listening to salsa music by Celia Cruz, you'll know because you'll hear her very distinct, deep, beautiful voice. Celia Cruz was known as the Queen of Salsa because she traveled the world singing salsa music that everyone loved. Another thing that I notice as I look at this portrait is the setting, meaning the place. Now imagine we could step into this place. What would it feel like? She's outdoors. Is it sunny or cloudy? Would it feel warm or cold? What would this grass feel like under your feet? What would the water feel like if you could step into it? I imagine this place is very warm. I would like to be there. It's supposed to remind us of Cuba. Cuba is a country close to the United States that has one big island and a few smaller islands. Cuba is known for having warm beaches and bright colors like we see here. The most common language in Cuba is Spanish, and that's where Celia Cruz was born and raised. She grew up in Cuba speaking Spanish. It was where she learned to sing and dance and perform. In fact, she left Cuba as a young woman to travel and perform, and then she was not able to go back to Cuba because the governments of Cuba and the United States did not get along. But she always carried Cuba and the people of Cuba in her heart. Cuba is home to many Afro-Latino people. Celia Cruz was Afro-Latina, and that's just part of the many aspects of her whole self, her whole person. The word Latina means that she was a woman born in Latin America, or from Latin America, I should say. The word Afro-Latina means that she was both Black and Latina. So these are a few important parts of the whole life of Celia Cruz. One of the most famous parts that we haven't talked about yet is the word azúcar. Azúcar means sugar in Spanish, but when Celia Cruz said azúcar, it meant much more than that. When she traveled the world performing, she would call out azúcar, and her fans would cheer and dance. As she said azúcar, she was reminding them of the sweet treat that many people know and love, her homeland of Cuba, where a lot of sugar is produced. And she was also reminding people of the people of Cuba who produce that sugar. So now, as we listen to a Celia Cruz song, and we hear her call out azúcar, we can imagine her just like this, with her face up, Mouth smiling, arms raised, in this joyful pose calling out, Azúcar! Can you say that just like her? Azúcar! Thank you so much for joining for another Introducing. We hope to see you again soon as we talk about the people and stories that have shaped history. Gracias.